And of course, here's the light at night, or the tank at night. The light on, there's Mr. Betta. I still haven't seen my ghost shrimp, so maybe Mr. Betta ate them? Oop, he's flaring at the camera. It's a big, beautiful flare Betta. Yeah, I just don't see any of my ghost shrimp. Eh. Miss Patty. Oh, Patty. Oh, Patty. And of course, I set the tank with the 4 sponge filters. I actually don't have an extra one of these little dividers, so I'm going to go and get that today. I go to get the Betta, but I've marked out where to actually place the dividers. And I actually had marks initially on here, which you can see one right here. It was originally silver, but then I just put some standard black Sharpie over it, and it covered it up for the most part. So, Patty, what do you think? Why no? What, you don't think it's going to work? She don't know. But one thing for sure, I've more or less maxed out the air pump I'm using on this tank. It's one of those little $6 air pumps you can get over at Walmart. They're designed for like 10 gallons. I mean, I could most likely run 6 air stones in this tank and whatnot without any problems. But that would absolutely be at the max limit of the air pump. So I want to get a air pump that can actually just stick inside my bathroom and muffle it, and actually run all my tanks in my bedroom and bathroom. Basically 70 something gallons. Basically, there's like 70 something gallons worth of tanks in this room, and I can get like 100 something gallon, 100 air pump that's designed for like 100 something gallons for a fairly decent price on eBay. But one thing's for sure, once I remove this filter here, this tank is going to be incredibly quiet. The only thing that I'm making noise is bubbles, and of course that's with the lid off. Of course, one thing that won't stop making noise is this right here. With that said, the Flowerhorn I'm getting is supposed to be around, well actually yeah, I already said that, around 3 to 4 inches. From what they said, it does have the knot on its head. I'm not actually going to call it what it's called because it sounds like something else. I'm going to call it a knot. But yeah, that will be the next part of this video, me going out to the pet store and getting my Flowerhorn. Isn't that right, Patty? My little special needs kitty. Even though these are both juvenile Flowerhorns, this one here likes to hide a lot. And the reason why my camera's moving constantly is because my cat's rubbing up against my arm. And it needs a lot of love. And it's going to drink water from the tank. Aren't you? Well, I had a whole nice video already lined up, and showing me getting this tank here more or less set up with my two juvenile Flowerhorns and explaining everything. But somehow my phone decided to delete the storage, either that or I accidentally deleted it myself. Probably I accidentally deleted it. So, with that said, I might as well just reiterate what I did. So, this is my 20 long. I put my 2 juvenile Flowerhorns inside it. This filter right here is already been cycled. I have another cycled filter right here. The other 3 Betta cups are not cycled as of yet. Well, probably this one actually probably is cycled now. It may be that one too, but this one's a new. Well, actually, this one and this one are actually this one. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the unit. So this is the original cycled. This is one of the newer ones, and these two are the newest of the new. The ones the ones that are closest to each other in the middle. So basically, I've more or less 2 cycled filters running in this tank, and I have more or less 3 brand new sponge filters that I'm running to get cycled on and whatnot, and that's why I have the hang on back here. With that said, today I'm actually going to be getting a Flowerhorn that's supposedly actually going to look like a proper Flowerhorn. From what the pet store says, the Flowerhorn is around 3 to 4 inches. And what I'm going to do is I've already marked out where I'm going to divide the tank. I'm going to divide this tank into 3 and give each Flowerhorn around 6.3, 6.4 gallons, give or take, to themselves. And since they're Flowerhorns, they tend to do better in smaller tanks, which goes against everything we know about fish, but it's how the fish species is. With that said, I'll be able to keep them in this tank for at least a little while before I need to start worrying about upgrading them, or especially these 2 little stinkers. These guys are taking a long time to start to grow out and whatnot. But this is my first Flowerhorn. It is now starting to show its colors. Had it for about a month now. This is my youngest of the 2. These are both from Pet Supply Plus. The one I'm getting is also from Pet Supply Plus, but I had to have them special ordered. I had to actually wait about 3 weeks for them to actually finally be able to actually get one that they can order for me. So hopefully today I can do some type of video showing me going up there and picking out the fish. I mean, for people that watch my original YouTube channel know, my editing skills are horrible at videos. I just do simple editing. I'm not like those big YouTube channels. And personally, I like to keep my videos as simple as possible and as short as possible. This is already going 3 minutes long. So with that, I think that's pretty much it for this part. And I thought, why am I here? Why don't I just give a small update on my one of my more prized bettas? As you can tell, it's doing just fine. It's still getting used to its own reflection, so it's gonna be flaring at itself for about a week or so and acting up like this. I've had it for about 3 days or so. This is one of the more longer bettas I've had when it comes to flaring at its own reflection, but it'll eventually go away over time. He'll figure it out. I still have yet to find my ghost shrimp. I wonder if Mr. Betta ate them. Or they could be hiding in this. In this little thing right here. I don't know. They're ghost shrimp. They're hard to see, unfortunately. I also did about a water change to about here. So these guys are loving their fresh new water. It's been about a month since I did it, since I did a previous water change on this tank. Angels are still useless, though this one's getting fat again, so it'll be about 2 weeks. And my other bed is doing great too, as you can tell. Got a small knot on its head. I wonder how long it'll take to grow. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a butt, aren't you? I guess I'm gonna ruin the aquarium, unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright then. Oh yeah, it's gonna be real fun to catch in my tank. Where'd it go? Is it really this hard to catch fish at times?
Yeah. Sometimes. Something would be a lot easier if it was bigger.
There it
Oh,
goes.
there you go. See, right in there.
Nope, 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 nope.
Alright.
Good, nice.
He's big. There you go.
Jeez.
Oh, big.
That's alright. He doesn't know what to do. Jeez, do a fish video and I'm here recording a bird. Well, I'm now home. I just now gotta get the tank set up. For now, he's going to be resting right here. And he's just going to be chilling for a little bit. So what do I gotta do? Well, first I'm going to drain some water in the process of doing some general cleaning. Also drain the water down, cup one of these two juveniles, and then that way so when I remove this divider, these two don't fight each other. And I'll also be able to place the new Flowerhorn in this tank and let him actually get to tank temp, because it's going to take a little while for me to build another divider and get everything all centered up properly. I already do have the little markings needed to put everything where I need to. If you marking there, got my inspector kitty. Yawn. And that's about it. I hate this phone because I hate these stupid near bezel-less phones. I can't stop the video when I want to. Alright, so I got the tank pretty much all rearranged. I got some gravel on the bottom. I'm letting the tank clear a little bit more before I add my big guy. And you'll note when I actually go, the little area where I have the where I'm in the store showing out the Flowerhorn in the tank, there's a small light edit. For obvious reasons, my phone number is on there. So, yeah. So with that said, my Flowerhorn's still in his little baggie. The big guys here, and well, the big juveniles here, little juveniles here, tank inspectors here yawning. Still being useless. Alright, so I got the tank pretty much all rearranged. I got some gravel on the bottom. I'm letting the tank clear a little bit more before I add my big guy. And you'll note when I actually go, the little area where I have the, where I'm in the store showing out the Flowerhorn in the tank, there's a small light edit. For obvious reasons, my phone number is on there. So, yeah. So with that said, my Flowerhorn's still in his little baggie. The big guys here, and well, the big juveniles here, little juveniles here, tank inspectors here yawning. Still being useless. Alright, so with that, I now got this tank properly set up. Now probably what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up moving these two small juveniles into their own tank. But since it'll be the tank that had the bettas in that kept dying, I want to make sure that that tank has sat around for a while. It's already cleaned out, but I want to have that tank sit out for a while. That way, so when I actually go to reset the tank back up, I won't be worrying about some type of fungus going in there and killing my 2 juveniles. But as you can tell, my 20 log has now been divided into 3. I've added a full-on substrate to the bottom of the tank. And I got my newest Flowerhorn in here. The reason why it's cloudy is due to the substrate. But to help with the clearing, I have both sponge filters, and I have this mechanical hang on the back. This one also has some filter floss that's in sponge filters to help with the to help cleaning out all the gunk. But overall, this tank is coming along. This tank seems to be doing just fine. And here comes Mr. Flowerhorn. I wonder how well he'll color up when he gets used to this. When he will get used to this tank. Is he trying to do that beta flare that he does? The betas do with their gills. That's interesting. Never knew Flowerhorns could do that. He's clearly looking at his own reflection and ignoring the 2 juveniles. Yeah, he's flaring his gills. That is cool. Though it's not as pronounced as my betta fish's gills are, but this guy is flaring his gills. Huh, learn something new every day. He'll just sit there, go at his own reflection for a little while, and then he'll eventually get used to it. He's still trying to get used to me. He's still chicken. The one in here is the one that's the most social of the ones I got. As you can tell, this one goes directly to the glass. Do the same thing with this guy. He pretty much backs off. So what do you think, Patty? Does it have your approval? Good.